Hello, good evening. Thought I'd just come on and say hello for about an hour or so, maybe. How are we doing? How's things? What's awesome? Thank you. Cheers. Cheers from Germany. Hello, thank you. Thank you. Hello. Got a new guitar today. Best day. They are best days, I agree. Hello. Red Hair Day for Red Giant. Never gonna happen. But you never know. You never know. In the future. I don't know. Depends. What you playing? It's Tanglewood. It's my joint favourite acoustic guitar. It's smaller than my Mountain, but I like it. It's just it's got a mad model number and it's absolutely humongous. I'm not going to read out. They followed Ibanez, obviously. What's your happy chord? G major. I don't think you can get more happy than G major. Yeah, have I been pretty awful? Jojo is awesome as well. Thank you very much. Yes, he is. I totally agree. He is awesome. Does a reverse strat neck really bring you close to Jimmy's tones? No, it doesn't. Not in my opinion, anyway. Hello. Did you use a click on Monsters? I seem to think we did. I think we used a click on Monsters. I'm pretty sure we did. We used a click for some songs, but not all. Some of them, it didn't work with a click. But Monsters, I do believe, is to a click. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's got a click to it. Is this alive? I'm afraid so. Where am I from? What time is it there? It's England. I'm from England, and it's 8:10 in the evening. Yes, indeed. Cake or sandwiches? Sandwiches. Sorry, cake, but I definitely prefer sandwiches. And see you at the Yardbirds gig next month. Awesome. Thank you very much indeed. Look forward to it. Come and say hello if you see me. Cheers. Thank you. I appreciate it. Do I record at home? I do, yeah. For the longest time, I used Pro Tools and an M-Box, but now I use an Apollo and Luna. It's so much easier and better. Bought one of those Trello. Very good. I like it. I don't know. You'd have to ask them. Ambient version was so cool. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad you like that because I know some people didn't like it, but I really liked the ambient version of Monsters. I thought it was really cool. No worries. What mics do I use? SM58s, SM57s. That's all I've got. So that's what I use. It's just made your day. I'm happy to hear that. You're still gradually stepping into a more positive place after the last live. Trying, not doing very well. Struggling massively. Really like the Acoustic Monsters. Been playing at home. Awesome. Thank you. Stuck on needing a shift board. Any chance of a few bars a million miles away, Rory? I can't really play it. I just can't. The main reason that I don't want to play copyright stuff is because I can't be asked with the copyright, going through the copyright strikes, having to fill out the forms to dispute it. So I'd just rather not bother. Sorry, I do apologise. I mean, I can kind of go. Pretty sure that I'll say they can't get me for that, but they probably can. I don't know. There you go. The guitar's in E flat though, so I might get away with it. But I hope that was something at least. Are you still solid state guy, or have you switched to valves? No, I'm still solid state. Nothing changes. Well, you still working with Andertons? Not in any official capacity, no. Although I will be going down there in October. But for why, I can't tell you. But yeah, off down there at the end of October. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to seeing everybody again. Like I say, I haven't been there for about a year and a bit now. So we'll be going down to Andertons at the end of October. Until then, it is what it is. Seagull acoustic, yeah. They're great guitars. Thing better, sadly not. No. There's some brilliant jokes coming on. Do I smoke? No, I don't. Although sometimes I wish I did, and sometimes I wish I drank as well, but I don't. So I don't think it'd be a good idea, but you know what I mean. Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you. Hello. Do you ever play a Go Down session in HT? I don't think so, no. I'm just going to skip over that next question because the term was is the answer. Was. Do you still use your high watt? I do, it's there. Still use it. What is the model of acoustic right now? It's just a Tanglewood. I'm not about to read out the horrific name. It's a Premier Series Tanglewood. It's just great. Make any NAMM shows for this year? No, I can't afford that. Money's going elsewhere. Marshall Studio Vintage Orange Super Crush 100 and for pedals. Super Crush 100. The Studio Vintage is amazing, but it's so loud and you have to have it loud and it doesn't have a great deal of headroom. You can get away with it, but I would recommend if you're just going to use pedals then Super Crush. I have no idea what that means. Response means the story about being... No worries. Thank you for putting me in there. I appreciate it. Gone quick again. I love the jokes. Keep the jokes coming. They're fantastic. Do you own acoustic bass? No, I don't know. Thoughts on Mike McCready's signature? Yeah, it's all right. Doesn't look that great though in person. I've seen one. I didn't think it looked that fantastic. Played all right though, but yeah. Your videos calmed me down from a panic attack last night. Awesome. I'm really happy to hear that. I'm really happy to hear that. I know how horrible they can be, so to hear that, that is wicked. Thank you very much indeed for saying that, and I'm glad they could help you with that. It's bloody awful. It really is, panic attacks are. So I'm happy to hear that one. Black Crows, yes or no? Not really. Not really a band I really know much about, so I can't really comment, to be honest with you. How long do you leave your tube amps on before you play them? 15 minutes normally. If I've got a valve amp, yeah, I turn it on for 15 minutes and then I play through it. And then once I've done playing through it, I turn it on to standby for 15 minutes and then turn it off. I like the pretty scary, that's cool. What do you think about old Sun amps? Never tried any, so I can't tell. You're Jethro Tull, like, I'll take it as a compliment. Play instrument, only with guitar. I can kind of get around on a couple of instruments, but not very well. So, not really. Well, from Denmark, thank you very much indeed. Chance to try any of the new Fender offerings to the pedal platform? No. And sadly not. Do I ever own a 12-string? I do own one 12-string. I've owned a few in my time, though, but I only own one now. Don't need any more than one. I'm forward to a standing bass player. Yeah, she's really good. She's a different player to Karina. Kira's a completely different player to Karina. Karina was a lot more Cliff Burton-y, kind of fast kind of playing with a bigger sound. Kira's a lot more kind of like groove based. You know, she doesn't do all the widdly stuff. You know, it's just it's a different dynamic altogether. It really is different. More Rory Gallagher lessons, maybe in the future. I don't know at this point in time. Colour Haze content. Oh. No, I definitely don't smoke that. We got you for the widdly stuff. It's all still weird to me. We had a rehearsal the other week with Kira. We only had time to have one rehearsal with her, and it was that weird. I had a panic attack. Not in a bad way. It was just like the songs are tough to play, and it's so weird. The songs are haunted, and I ended up losing my mind quite rapidly, and I had to hold it together. And I just didn't do very well with it. But yeah, so Flying Circus could be fun. Could Bad Penny is better than the original. Oh, I don't believe that one. But thank you very much indeed. The Simon Neil Squire, yeah, I played one. They're great guitars. Thank you. Widdly stuff on a bass player, I get what you mean. Yeah, I mean, has Monsters hit radio stations there? No, it's not. Monsters won't get any radio play. I doubt it. You know, I don't. You know, it's just not that simple, sadly. Just got Behringer Super Fuzz. They're great. Yeah, the Behringer pedals are fantastic. They really are. I got chased by monsters today. Does the Golden Plexi keep for? Yes, it does. Dave has a lot of followers from the US. Yes, apparently I do. Yeah, according to my analytics. Thank you very much. Thanks for liking the channel. How are you getting on with Gibson Les Paul? Love it. It's always out. I pick it up a lot. Look forward to playing in Cornwall. How long will you be there for? Just for the day. The 6th of October. But we're basically the first band on the Sunday at the festival. So yeah, because we're all new to this circuit, we don't get preferential treatment or anything like that, and neither should we. But it's wicked. It's wicked to play. It'll be wicked to do it. Cheers, thank you very much indeed. I'm glad you all like Monsters, by the way. Have you ever tried artist guitars from Australia? No, I've never even heard of them. Like ZX pedals? Kind of. Not really my kind of thing. Yeah, I'm trying to focus on that. Do you reckon you'll ever play in Exeter? Fingers crossed. I mean, we really want to be able to. We really want to do a tour next year. Red Giant. We really want to do Red Giant. We need to tour the UK next year. You know, I think that's something that just is hopefully, fingers crossed, going to happen. We are in talks about it at this point in time, so the venues we play won't be massive, but hopefully we can get like a tour together of like, you know, maybe like, you know, 6 to 10 dates for like May time, and we'll go out on tour, which would be ace, because that'd be like a dream for me. I've always wanted to go on tour, and I've never ever done it because, you know, things. But yeah, so hopefully May next year we'll be out and about. How many electric guitars do you have? Lots. You must play in Germany at the best. Yes, I know. We will come to Germany hopefully. Lady Amp's old hat. Yeah, I played a super group. Amazing. No, I've never tried a Marshall Major. Please play Newcastle. Yeah, no, we need to do that. Just support the Chili Peppers. I wish. Would you tour here in the US? If we could, yeah. At this point in time, it's not really on the cards. You know, that's a future idea if we get that far. Have you ever tried a Musician 1975? Yes, I have. Great amp, yeah. No, I've never thought of approaching a brand to make a signature pedal. There was no point. Well, maybe. I mean, I think the days of like hits are kind of gone. It's too saturated with other stuff. Is Frusciante's signature guitar coming out? No idea. No idea. Who knows? What's the name of my band? Red Giant. Redgiant. We have a YouTube channel. You should check it out. And subscribe if you can. And also come to our gigs. Who's your favourite bass player? I don't know. There's quite a few. There's quite a few bass players I really, really like. It's hard to say just kind of one. I played a few Rory tribute festivals. Awesome. Happy to hear that. I wish we could. They don't pay any attention to us. I don't need any signature nonsense. I don't. It just feels a bit weird, I mean, if somebody wanted to do something with me, that'd be great. But I'm not going to approach somebody. That feels weird to me. Have you ever spoken to side entertainment promoters? But funny enough, that's who we're speaking to right now. We're in talks with them now. They're the guys who gave us the. We're playing, like I say, we're playing the Yardbirds Club in the end of September, and they're the ones who gave us the Cornwall gig on the 6th of October, and hopefully others. Fingers crossed. More to be announced. And they'll be the ones, if Red Giant get to tour next year, they'll be the ones who will organise it for us, and we'll go out under their name, under their company name. You know what I mean? You should come to Scotland. We nearly did very soon. It would have been the end of this month, but we have another gig. We're playing the Flying Circus end of this month. We actually got offered a festival up near Inverness that we would have done if we weren't busy elsewhere. We're playing the Flying Circus. So, but yeah, we were close. But you never know what's in the pipeline. Make sure I don't put the stupid prices. Yeah, I don't know how much I would have a say in that one. We'd have to find out. What I think about Oasis. I love Oasis. I grew up listening to Oasis. Do I like the band Budgie? Not really my kind of thing. TV Jones or Filtertron? Kind of neither. I'm not really that keen on either, to be honest with you. Like, they sound good, but they're not really for me. Yeah, I'll say we'll have to see where. I don't know where we'll end up. It'll be something that, like, Solid Entertainment will put together for us. Like I say, the venues we play on our first tour won't be massive. They'll only be like small venues. I can't play John's stuff now because again, copyright stuff. Is that a new guitar? No, it's a very old guitar now. I've had this guitar. I probably got this guitar in like 2006, 2005. I don't know, somewhere around there. Don't forget West Midlands. Robin and Bilson's a great venue. Yeah, I know. I've heard of that place. So hopefully we can get to some of these places and come out and see you and play for you. Favorite album to blast in the car on the way to a gig? I don't know, loads of them. Oh, thank you very much indeed, Nick Cruz. Thank you very much indeed. Your monsters. Oh, and again, be kind and cool. Thank you very much indeed. Your monsters video has so many views. So happy for you guys. Cheers. Also, have you played Marcus Miller brand guitars? I have. Yeah, Marcus Miller brand guitars. The Sires, you mean? Because Marcus Miller does the basses. It's Larry Carlton's guitars, isn't it, on Sire? Or I'm missing something here? Because Larry Carlton's a bass player. Have I missed something? Sponge Penny. Why is Red Giant? Was there ever talk of the Giant been what? No. No. Came from Alice in Chains song. I have tried some of the Larry Carlton sides. Yeah, I don't like them. They're not for me. It's a Tanglewood. This one is. Any chance of getting the two-headed dog design for Monsters cover made into a T-shirt? I'd buy. There are ideas. I would really like to, when all 3 singles have been released, we're releasing 3 singles. I'd like to do a limited run of T-shirts with the album design. Sorry, the single designs on them. Whether we can or not, I don't know. At this point in time, we'll have to figure that out. It all comes down to money. Do I have a CD out? Not yet, no. 18th of October is when our album comes out. Mexican or Japanese strap? Both. They're both amazing. Do you have a favourite Frusciante song? I've got tons. Do you still have or play your Gibson Les Paul? I do still have my Gibson Les Paul, yeah, and I play it a lot. Well, when I'm not massively depressed and can't be asked to pick up the guitar. Just want to say, Dave, I have borderline personality disorder. Your videos have helped me through some of the tough times. I'm happy to hear that. Thank you very much indeed. Cheers. I'm glad they help. I really am. Thinking about putting some new picks in my jet strap. What would you recommend? I don't know. What kind of sound are you after? Favorite Tool song? Descending is one of them that comes immediately to mind off Fear Inoculum. I love Descending, but I don't know. There's quite a lot. There's, Parabola and Parabol and Parabola, Jambi, loads. Have you managed to pop to Paddy's music yet in Hull? No, I don't really get over to Hull, to be honest with you, a lot. Do I like Simon and Garfunkel? Not really. Richie Blackmore, Jimmy Page. Richie Blackmore. I'm sure the Led Zeppelin tribute band we're going to be playing with would love that answer. Who influenced your guitar playing? Mainly John Frusciante. How come you're not gigging a Gibson? Too heavy. Because I've got to sing, I don't like weight on my shoulder. It feels like it's pulling me down, and I want to be able to kind of like be free to sing. Whereas with a heavy guitar like the Les Paul, I can't. I find it a lot harder to kind of relax and breathe with this heavy weight on my shoulder. So it's not one of those guitars. I will gig it if I'm not singing, but if I'm singing, which I am, 99% of the time, it's not something I'm going to gig with. Sid Barrett or Dave Gilmour? Dave Gilmour for me. Sorry, everyone. Looking for a good delay reverb pedal for my cleans and some maze. If you're looking for pedals, Boss delays, Boss reverb pedal. Job's a good one. How do you make money? Is it primarily YouTube? Yeah, YouTube and Patreon, and through selling music. You had a Harley Benton 15 watt. I did, yeah, ages ago. Yeah, it's gone now. Was Les Paul used on the new album? It was, yeah. I used my Les Paul quite a lot on the new album, actually. It's mainly for double tracking, although the next single that's coming out, the next Red Giant single that's coming out next month, I used it on that song for, I think for like, again, fattening up, but the guitar solo in the next single is my Les Paul. But it's on there quite a lot, actually. It got a lot used. It got a lot of use, should I say. I'm not a big Dave Gilmour tech guy. I don't really know how you do it. Do I play live? Yes. I'm so tired. This is what happens when you don't have any sleep for about nearly 2 months. You can get it for a John Frusciante tone out of CL120. Yeah, it's not the best to get John's tone, but you can do it. Is it worth upgrade? Sorry. Dave Murray or Dave Simpson? Dave Murray. Any day of the week. Dave Simpson, I've heard of him. He's overrated. Play a song before bed. I don't know. What do you want to hear? Was guitar theory learned or absorbed over years of playing? Both. Learned and absorbed. Both. What do you suggest? Marshall VS100, new XMG30 or Boss Katana? Boss Katana, personally. That's me. Boston, is that in America or in England? Jeff Beck or Jimmy? Jimmy Page, you mean? I prefer Jeff Beck, but that's me. Favorite Eric Clapton song? Don't know. Do you switch out the vowels? No. I don't see the point. Is Kira bass for the extra gigs? Yes, she is. She's basically, she's bass player basically at this point in time for the rest of the year on the gigs we've got. If we get more gigs where she's not available, there'll be somebody else. You know, we really need to find a bass player that's you know, I don't know. It's a nightmare at this point in time. Light gauge or heavy gauge? Light. I don't like heavy strings. I just don't see the point. Do you make money by music? Why are people so obsessed with wanting to know how people make money? I do not understand that. How many questions there have been already of like, you know, how do you make money? I sell my body on YouTube. She never asked a lady how old she is. Neither of them. Thanks for your help and Howard. No worries. Thank you. Do you still play New X Air? Yes. We're getting into the silly questions, aren't we? Nick Drake? Yeah, kind of. I don't listen to him, but he's great. Would a Strymon Sunset Dual Overdrive lift your mood? I have one. I don't know. No, it's okay. Thank you very much, though. I appreciate it, but no, I'm okay. Thank you. To be honest with you, I'm not really a big pedal kind of guy. I've got my pedals that I like, and I don't really stray from them. You know, I'm a creature of habit. I like what I like, and that's where I kind of go. How much money does it cost you to? How much money doesn't it cost you to YouTube? I don't understand that one. Sorry, how much doesn't it cost me? I don't know. I'm confused by that one. People seem more obsessed with age. Yeah, I know. Maybe I look younger than I am. I don't know. I recently bought a Joe Band amp. Yeah, they're good. Yeah, the Joyo stuff is really, really good. They're not my kind of favorite thing, but they are all right. Which guy who makes John's stuff? There's loads of people who make John Frusciante kind of S pedals. I don't think Dave would be a right fit. I don't think he would, like, you know, even if it was even an option, I don't think he would fit. When are you going for a shaved head, massive beard combo? Never. Is the Guitarna your all-time favourite amp? It's one of them. It's one of them. Last concert I went to was Tool. They were amazing. Was John Frusciante's White Stripe confirmed to be previously owned by Jimi Hendrix? Apparently so. But who actually knows? John hasn't said anything about it, has he? He's not going to. But apparently it was Jimmy's. But who actually knows? The problem with Jimi Hendrix guitars is Jimmy had a lot of guitars, you know, and not all of them were great. Not all of them he even liked. You know, he would give away quite a lot of them. So it kind of you know, it's hard to say. You know, custom or Randall solid state amps. Both. They're both great. Oh, thank you very much, dude. Nick Cruz. Second Oswald order. Nice. The Chili Peppers were good at that, yeah. Or is it them on fire? Yeah, exactly. I was enjoying the gig vlogs. Must be difficult to film while gigging. Yeah, I know. I will be doing gig vlogs for Red Giant. Like, the gigs we've got, I will be vlogging them. But I'm not going to include any particular live footage because we need you to come out and see us live. We can't... I can't stress that enough. How, like, I'll do gig vlogs, but we need people to come out and see us live. It's not... It doesn't help us watching us live on YouTube. You know, what helps us progress and get to, you know, to be seen by more people is by people actually coming out and showing their support for live music. You know, it's all well and good being sat at home watching it on YouTube, but you do need to get out there and support local bands and music in general. You know, not just go to gigs like the Chili Peppers and bigger bands. It needs to be the small acts as well. You know, and that's what we need. So I will be vlogging all the gigs, but like there's going to be very minimal live footage, mainly because I can't film and play. But it is for a reason as well, of like the fact I just want to show you really like, you know, the whole thing of it really. So yeah. What if we donated for your vlogs? What do you mean? How do you mean? Do you have a specific pickup maker you use? Not really, no. As long as it's good. Yeah, the behind the scene. I mean, that's kind of more of what I've got an idea of with the gig vlogs. It's more behind the scenes stuff than anything. It's like it's not really about the live footage. It's about like the getting to the gig, talking about like things, and then like, you know, packing, setting up, packing down, driving home, all that kind of thing. So that's what the gig vlogs are going to be more about. They're not going to be really about the live performance. Like I say, if you want to see us live, you need to come and see us live. You know. I don't want to be just broadcasted all over YouTube. I just don't think that's a very good idea. A lot of foreign fans, so going to a gig's a bit hard. I know it is, but hopefully we'll get over to Europe and whatnot at some point. You know, but again, if people just, the problem is, it's like, you know, it's like it becomes a rod for your own back. If people just like expect to see you on YouTube, they'll just watch you on YouTube. You know, it becomes a bit of a rod for your own back, really, if you're not careful. For Job Shanty's tone, would you use MXR Dynacomp? No. If you had a Patreon, we donated some funds watching gig vlogs. You don't have to donate to watch gig vlogs. They'll be free. You know, they'll be on the Red Giant channel. You don't have to donate to them at all. No. But like I say, just bearing in mind that it's not going to be about the actual live performance more than it will be about just like, you know, the stuff that happens elsewhere, so to say. Top 3 big muff fuzz. Have you tried Lizard Queen? No, not really a big fuzz guy anymore. Just Avenged Sevenfold. Not really. No, not anymore. Martin or Gibson acoustics. Martin. What happened to the 2 French girls who are in your videos? They're still in France. You know, we don't talk as much as we used to because we're busy. So it's just one of those things. But yeah, but I still talk to them. They're still there. That'd be ace. Most single core pickups all time. Fender Tex-Mex pickups. How about another Kickstarter for a US tour? I don't know. Yeah, it's not about. It's not about that. You've got to get into the venues and you've got to make sure like people actually come to your gigs. You know, it's that's the scary part about being in a band in this day and age. Like if you're not a well-known act, getting people to actually come to your gigs is very, very hard. And if you're turning up to like 100-seat venue and 2 people turn up to see you, it's a little bit, you know, it's a little bit embarrassing. So you've got to be careful how you do it. And you know, we need to dip our toes in first to see what we're doing. We need to see where we are with it. Would you like to try some guitars from former communist countries such as Orpheus or Euro? Yeah, I would always love to try anything. I'm not getting better. Let's just do that. It's our touring US. It is. To tour the US, what we'd have to do first is we'd have to be a support act. There's no way we could do a tour of the US on our own back. It's just not going to happen. We would have to get on like a tour, and to do that you'd have to buy on, and buy-ons are really, really expensive to do a buy-on. So yeah, it's tough. It's really tough. What is the reason behind the name Red Giant? Well, we changed the name. We changed the name to become more of a collective. It was a decision made by me, John Joe, and Karina this year to change the name from the Dave Simpson Trio to something else, because it felt a little bit too kind of like, well, the Dave Simpson Trio name, it sounds a bit kind of like jazz trio from the 1950s, you know what I mean? It's not the worst name in the world, but it's not the best name either. And we kind of wanted to be kind of like known as a collective, you know, it's not just me and a band, it's us as a collective. So for a while we were thinking, before we went to do the new album, we were thinking about new names, and I was driving around one day and I was listening to Alice in Chains' Rainier Fog album, and the third track on that album is called Red Giant. And that song came on, and I heard it, and I was like, Red Giant's a really cool name. So, and I remember I was at Queenie's at the time. I was down there. I was at Karina's, and I just remember going back to her house, which is where I was, and they said, like, what do you think to the name Red Giant? And she was like, I like that. And then I went to John Joe and I said, John Joe, what do you reckon about Red Giant? He goes, oh, I like that. And it was the first name we'd come up with that everyone liked, so it just stuck, and that was it, really. So that's where it came from. Name change was a good idea. I agree. I like it. And also it kind of like, it gives us the ability to branch out as well, because if we're known as the Davison Trio, we have to be a 3-piece. Whereas with Red Giant, we can be a 2-piece, a 4-piece, a 3-piece. We might have to actually do some gigs as a 2-piece. Me and John Joe might just have to go out as a 2-piece if we can't get a bass player in for some gigs. I don't know. We'll have to see where we are. Can you give advice to beginners how to start to improvise on the guitar? What I did, I can only really tell you what I did. So what I did when I was learning to improvise was I had a Guns N' Roses Live in Paris cassette tape. And every night I would put the tape on and I would just play solos over the top and just make stuff up. And you can't get, I think that's a good thing to do. What was the other names you thought of before Red Giant? One of the ones I really, really liked, sadly, not everyone did, but one of the names I really, really liked was Z-Stacks. I don't know if anybody knows what that's from. I doubt it highly, but one of my favorite names was Z-Stacks, and I really liked that. It sounds a bit kind of like mod, kind of ska, kind of madness kind of band, but I really liked it, and unfortunately it didn't get used, but there you go. I don't know if anybody knows what Z-Stacks, where Z-Stacks comes from, but if you do, did you check Red Giant weren't already used? We did, but there's so many acts called Red Giant, it doesn't matter. You can't copyright band names anyway, so it doesn't make any difference unless you're a big band, Do you have to check Red Giant? We're playing as a 2-piece with our bass player unavailable. Plug pedal board through ABY guitar and bass. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it does. I mean, me and John Joe did it for years as well, where we went out as a 2-piece, so we can do it. It's not an issue. What's your favorite John Frusciante era? Californication era is my favorite John era. How do you maintain your Rosewood fretboard? Crimson Guitars. Fretboard restorative. You cannot get any better product. Bar none. They're not paying me to say that. It's just the truth. Zed's dead. Yeah, I like it. Not from that, though. It's not from Pulp Fiction. How are you? I'm terrible. I know it probably doesn't look like it, but I am not doing well. Would you name an electroacoustic guitar that is affordable and decent? Tanglewood are great. Do you still use Cloudburst? Yeah, all the time. I and Tom, not really a band that I like, no. Have you played the Fender American Performer? No. Tugs. Nice one. I was wondering if somebody would mention it. I was in a band called Fresh Out because we didn't have much of anything. Katana Artist Mark II combo or 100 Gen 3 combo? I don't know. Either. You can't really go wrong. Does depression boost creativity? No. Depression kills creativity. And I can vouch for that because I've barely played guitar in the past nearly 2 months. I've barely even picked up the guitar. To the point where I'm really not... I'm a bit rough on it at this point in time. So no, depression does not help creativity. It ruins it. The whole idea of a tortured artist, I was talking to my dad about this last night. The whole idea of a tortured artist makes the best artwork is absolute nonsense. You write and you perform and you work better when you're not lost in this thing. Will Red Giant vinyl be coloured vinyl? You'll have to wait and see. I can't say anything at this point in time. Sturgill Simpson. Never really heard much of his stuff, so I can't really say. Oh, okay, thank you. Diodario Elixir, Diodario, any day of the week. Everything about putting out a guitar instructional video? No, not really. It's not really, I don't know, not really. Things always get better. Cheers. I know, I'm trying. On the Tortured Artist thing. I don't know if he would. Why does the American vintage 260 Strat feel so cheap in terms of build quality? Probably because it is. I don't know. I've never tried one, but probably because it is. Old Yamaha SGs are amazing. Am I taking singing lessons? No. Solo from Past Recedes. I think I can get away with that. If I can remember it. What is it? Let's try that again, because I got it wrong. See, I did it wrong again. I can't do it. What a solo. What an amazing solo that is. What gauge of strings I used? 10 to 46s. Is Red Giant coming to Manchester? Hopefully, yeah. Totally, thank you very much. Excited for Dave Gilmour's new album in September. I don't really know much about it. I don't know much about it, to be honest with you. Would you sell some of your guitars with your signature? Well, if I had to sign them, I mean, yeah, I would, but I don't. Yeah, I've lost my plectrum now. What do you think is more important, to play technically without composing a melody, or to play not very technically but play a melody relaxed and slow? For me, slow is better. I don't mind shred. Like, you know, I like people like Buckethead and Yngwie Malmsteen and stuff like that. But for me, this, it doesn't really do anything. You know, it doesn't convey emotion. Just like shredding away. And it has its place. But for me, something like that kind of thing affects me way more than or that kind of thing. Hello, what's your favourite song from Smile, from A Street Child? None of them. Don't like that album. Here's a gift from me. Nick Reinhardt. I know that name. Wow, very fast. Just saw Buckethead live inside a cave. Ace. But advice on learning quick free stream. Advice on learning. Oh, the try it. That kind of thing. Relax is the main thing I would say. Is you got to be relaxed to do that kind of stuff. Do you write your songs on an acoustic or an electric? Both. I tend to come up with a lot of ideas on electric and then refine them on an acoustic. It's a new thing I've just started doing. I've only just done it for the new album. I didn't do it before then, but I will be doing it from now on. It was amazing. It was a real kind of game changer, really. What do you think about John's electric stuff, such as Brandy? Not a fan. Alvin Lee, not really. I don't really know much about Alvin Lee, I'm afraid. How much do I practice? Recently, not enough. I'm finding it, like I say, what I'm going through at this point in time with depression and struggling and extraordinarily dark, horrible thoughts that you don't want to know about. I'm struggling to even pick up the guitar and want to even play. I don't do much during the day, to be honest with you. Like, I I'm really busy with other stuff as well, like band stuff. But I'm struggling to play guitar at this point in time. I'm just like I've had so much has left me recently. It's just not very nice. Relaxing is harder thing doing guitar. True, it is. I mean, once you kind of like get the idea of how to relax with it, it's quite easy. Looking at medication, I'm not safe around medication. Let's just put it that way. It's been brought up, but because of a certain situation, it's not something that we can pursue at this point in time. Been watching some old hat videos, crikey. What was your favourite old guitar from those days? It was a 1964 Fender Strat that I got to demo there. It was amazing. Does depression affect live gigs? It does, yeah. It does affect. It affects everything. Try weird. I'd rather not. CBD. It's an idea. Genetic test before they found meds that didn't make me worse. Yeah, I'm just not going on it because I would have a tendency to take too many and get off to sleepy land. Depression makes it so I can't do things I love. Yeah, it does. It'll do that kind of thing. Since you're on acoustic, have you heard No, I haven't. No. Cheers. Do you listen to metal? Every now and again. Yeah. Yeah, depression plus weed is bad. Yeah, I agree. I actually started learning a lot about Stoic philosophy. I've heard about that. No worries. Robin Trower, Gary Moore. Who gives you inspiration? John Frusciante. Yeah, I mean, I am getting out every day for a walk, so at least that's something. Bone cutter. Spur other hobbies. Things that you used to do. I didn't used to do anything. I've only ever played music. That's what I do. I missed that one. Live New Radio, thank you very much. How do you think is rock music dead these days? No, it's just a bit more underground. Guitar playing pulls. I mean, it does normally for me, but not this time. Mike Bloomfield, not on my radar. What would you say is a big red flag when it comes down to band members? Unreliability. And people who don't want to pull their own weight. Or pull weight in the band. You don't want people like that in a band. You know, you want people who are all fighting for the same. You all want to be pulling in the same direction, because if one person starts pulling the other way, then you're constantly fighting that, and you don't want that. So you've got the people in your band. They have to be in it for the right reasons. They've got to be on the same side. The moment that one person goes onto the other side or falls off the wagon or whatever, you know, it makes it harder if you've got to carry someone. So you need to make sure that like everyone's, you know, fighting the same fight, and they're not gonna, you know, well, they're not gonna make you work twice as hard for stuff like, you know, it should be easy, if that makes any sense. We're at the height of marketing and music market right now. Yeah, let's hope. Out of John yes, I have heard of him, yeah. That's life advice as well. Yeah, it's very true, yeah. Drugs and alcohol for your players are the worst. I agree as well. Yeah, that's another thing. If you've got like members in your band who just have to get smashed, or they do loads of drugs or this, that, and the other, it's never going to work out. It's not Guns N' Roses, you know. They worked out because they had a multi-million-dollar record label behind them. But in this day and age, a band like that wouldn't get anywhere. There'd be absolutely zero chance for that to happen. If John leaves again, think you'd fit right in. Yeah, they don't know who I am though, so it'd be a nice thought. I'm not doing live stream concerts. Not doing live stream concerts now. I mean, if I had to, I would, but I just don't like the idea of it. There's no connection. You know, it's tough. Do you plan on continuing the left-handed? No, not. No, I don't know. Don't like the Kooks? No, I didn't. How did you meet John Joe? I miss you. I initially met John Joe through. I was playing a gig in a local town, and he was playing with this other band, and I was like, whoa. And at that time, I really didn't like the drummer we had in the band. We had kind of like grown apart from each other, and I eventually fired the drummer we were using at the time, and I contacted John Joe and said, oh, would he be interested in stepping in for a few gigs? And I pretty much had to beg him to join us because he thought we were rubbish. He thought I was a rubbish guitarist, and my brother was a rubbish bass player, a rubbish band, you know. And it was really funny because our drummer was so bad before John Joe that he basically thought, I'm not playing with them, they're terrible. But yeah, he came and played with us. He did a couple of gigs with us, and yeah, now here we are 12 years later, and he's still around, and thank God he's still around. You know, John Joe's been a rock for me for absolute years. You know, he really has. So, what's the best concert you've ever been to and why? I've been to loads. I can't just pick one. Do you have strong opinions on immigration? I don't care about that. It's not my. I can't do anything about it, even if I did have an opinion. Thank you. Will Karina ever come back to Red Giant? I really hope so. I don't know. The only person who knows that is her, and so I don't know. I don't know. Seen Hawkwind. Do I have a cat? No, I don't. Kind of technically used to. Not really though. But hey. Have you guys been approached by any label yet? No. They're not going to approach us. Have you ever seen the movie Mandy? Yeah. No, I've never even heard of it. Get a cat, can't afford it. Favorite Chili Pepper song? Scar Tissue. Ramones or Stooges? Stooges. I like Ramones, but I like the Stooges more. Do I have a bike? Not anymore. No, it got given away without my say. Would you ever do a Resident Evil live stream? I would love to if I could figure out how to actually do live streaming. I would definitely do that, yeah. I have no idea how to do live stream gaming things. I have no idea how to do that. Do I like Firebirds? I do love Firebirds. I want one. I'm zero friends, but my cats keep me alive. I've got guitars, they keep me alive. Swiss Army Man? No, never heard of it. Are your Strats vintage? No. Not many of them are. I think I've only got... Well, I've got a few vintage ones, but they're not all Fender. I've only got 2 vintage Fenders. I don't know. I suppose 80s and 90s are classed as vintage now, aren't they? I don't know anymore. What's your favourite vintage Japanese guitar? I don't know. There's loads of them. There's so many. It's hard to pick one. If you need hello, no. How to set up... Oh, thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you. I appreciate that. I might be in touch. Thing about playing guitar you wish you had known earlier. To slow down and relax and just be calm. When I first started playing guitar and for the first couple of years of playing, it was all frantic and crazy and all about technique, man. My technique has to be perfect and it has to be perfect and blah blah blah. And then when I learned to slow down and play a little bit more, learn to play more with feel than technique. Things got way better, way more interesting as well. So that would be something I would that would be something I would say there. Sorry, I'm missing some of these. Remember when I was depressed several years? Well, yeah, I know. I'm trying. I'm trying. Creative low point. Any advice? Yeah, just wait for it to come back. Don't chase it. Don't fight for it. It'll come back. If you reach a creative low period where you're like, you don't feel anything's new or this, that, and the other, just play the guitar for play other people's music or play your own music, but don't try and like chase something. It will come back. You just have to wait for it. You just have to be patient. Chapman guitar ML3 Pro. I love Chapman's. One of my live guitars is a Chapman. It's a Pro X, and it's literally one of the best guitars I've ever owned. It's just amazing. Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years' time? Dead. Should I get a phaser pedal? Yes. Any tips for writing lyrics? Yeah, write about what you know. You'll be amazed of how many people can relate to situations you've been in, and it's very therapeutic. I would say. Chapman is going to India. Yes, I know. When you're writing, you've got the words, but not the melody or chords. Any tips on how to find the song? Yeah, I mean, just go by what the lyrics are. What's the song about? What does it convey? How does it make you feel? And go from there. Really, if it sounds sad, write it sad. If it sounds happy, write it happy. That kind of thing. Riding a bike helps beat depression. It does indeed. I need to get one actually, to be honest with you. I thought about getting a motorbike. No. I would like to, but I can't afford it. It's too expensive. Exercise general, yeah, I know. I mean, I do get out every day. I go for walks every day. So, what's the long term plans for Red Giant in terms of album releases and stuff? Well, basically, once this album's out, give it about a year. If we can get out there gigging we want to get out there gigging next year. Hopefully, we'll get a tour together for next like May time. And then towards the end of next year, start thinking about doing another album. Album number 2 for Red Giant. Thank you very much indeed, Pete77 for the 199. Keep on journeying. Thank you very much. I will do. Yeah, and then we'll start work on my new album. That's the plan. But the end of this year, most of next year, we want to spend promoting this album. We really want to get out there promoting this debut album. So that's the idea. Thoughts on Gibson kicking Randall Smith out of Mesa Boogie? I don't have any thoughts on it. What do you think about wireless guitar, like Boss? Like wireless guitar systems, I love wireless guitar. I go wireless now when I play live because it's just so much better. Do I wear contact lenses? No, I have glasses. Can you say... I have no idea what that even means. What about gyms? I don't do things like that. That's not me at all. That's totally anti my personality, that is. Learning to be happy is a lot like guitar, actually. It's very slow going. You rarely notice the progress. Very true. Very well said and very true. Useless toil. Thank you very much. 50 quid. Thank you very much. Good Lord. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Appreciate it. You tried Andy's Man Club? No, I haven't. I've heard it's really good. There is one really close to me. I might have to go to it and see how it is. Just go to one and just see what happens. We'll see where we go. Gym equipment is designed to break humans. I agree. You've still got one of the best names on YouTube, by the way. Poo Ninja is just one of the coolest names ever. Have you seen Anderton's new 60th anniversary pedal sold out in minutes? No, I didn't see it. No. Andy's Man. We have an Andy's Man Club. Great guys. Yeah, there's one in Grimsby up the road. I'm gonna have to look into it. Maybe I should go one day. It's not really my thing. I don't really do group stuff, but we'll see where we go. Yeah, what about Go Lift a Rock? Exactly. Yeah, it works. What it takes to get signed by a record label, does it really matter anymore these days? It doesn't really matter, no. And to get signed, I don't think it's a good thing to be signed to a label, because I think they'll just kind of stifle and kind of tell you what to do. Instead of you having kind of creative liberty, They'll be like, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that. And I don't think that should be a thing, really, especially not with artists. But hey, what do I know? Just go listen, no pressure talk. That's very true, yeah. I'll see. We'll see where we go. Yeah, I end up doing that. I end up forcing myself to play these days. How do you meet new bands mates? Go to open mic nights, go to gigs, stuff like that. What would be a good affordable practice sound for a John Frusciante sound? Boss Katana 50. A fan of Elliott Smith. Not as much as my sister is. Newcomer to this channel. First guitar ever was Washburn Maverick series, my first guitar. Who plays piano at the end of Monsters? No, there's no piano. I've seen this a few times. People saying, "Who's playing the synthesizer or piano or keyboard at the end of Monsters?" No one is. That's me on guitar. That's my 62 Strat on the neck pickup doing this. That's what that is. It's not a piano. It's not a keyboard or a synth or anything like that. It's me playing guitar with a different sound. I'm missing some of these. I do apologize. Remember. Yes, go and get it. I thought it was maybe a mid belt. No, it's guitar. Although the next single that's coming out next month, the single that's coming out next month, that's got piano on it. I played on that one. That's me. Just the radio, not a lot. No, Monsters is catchy. Thank you. Copyright strike from Red Giant. Yeah. Quit. Favorite meal? I don't really have one. Angel Demons are the same thing. Yeah. Is there a place to pre-order the album? Yes. The Red Giant website. If you go into the description boxes of any video, Red Giant video, you'll find with a pre-order link. But if you don't want to do that, it's www.redgiantofficial.com. And if you go to the shop on there, you can pre-order the album. Have a good one. See you later. What's it like hanging out with Captain Anden? Really cool. Monsters is amazing. Thank you. Cheers. Have you had songs for a while, Dave, or are they new? I've had them for quite a while, most of these ones. They're all kind of like demos, though. None of them were like finalised. And I basically got them finalised, took them to the band, got them even more finalised with Karina and John Joe, and then, like, we went and recorded them, and they are what they are now. You never know what you love until you find it. That's very true. So every second you're alive is another chance to meet your new favourite person or see your new favourite movie. That's well said. You should visit post-Soviet countries. Your depression will be healed, or you will play post-punk stuff. Favorite Red Dwarf episode? I don't know. I've got loads of them, but Legion is one of them. Second favorite Marshall's Solid State ever. The Master Reverb 30. Yeah. Do you still use Nuke's Mighty Plug? Yes, I do indeed. Vocals been like, thank you very much. I'm glad they did. I love your hairstyle. I'm glad you didn't decide to shave it. Yeah, I'm not shaving it off. I'm not shaving my hair off, not for love nor money. Unless somebody offered me like £6 million, and then that's fine, because I'll just buy a wig. You ever had songwriter's block? Yeah, you get it all the time. There are times where you'll sit down with a guitar and you'll be like, nothing's coming out today. And when stuff like that happens, you just have to wait and it'll all come back to you. It just takes time, you know. Creativity isn't something you can just like have all the time. It doesn't work that way. Creativity is something that comes in waves. It comes and then it goes. It comes. It's literally like this. It's exactly the same as the sea. Monster Acoustic Incredible. Thank you. Cheers. Thinking of using drum loops running through Ableton with foot pedals. Think I'll get laughed at? No, you won't get laughed at. And if anybody laughs at you, they're a sad case and you don't have to worry about them. What's the reason not to cut it? Because I like it. Like, people are like, how can you like your hair like this? Simple, I do. And it's on me, and I like my hair to look this way. And, you know, this doesn't bother me. I don't care about that. You know? In all honesty, I actually really like it even more because I'm a big samurai nut. I love the samurai. And the samurai would always shave this part of their head, and then they would get their hair up and over the top into like a top knot. I don't know how to do that. So this makes me quite happy. Because I always kind of like think, ooh, looks quite samurai-esque, and that makes me happy. Would you ever like to go on that pedal show? I would. They'll never have me on there, but I would like it. I don't think I've ever ridden a horse. Am I right in that assumption? You are right in that assumption, yes. I would never get on a horse unless you paid me to do it. Yeah, it's amazing how glasses change your look. I played so many expensive guitars who actually prefer high bent. Yeah, that'll happen as well. Cheers. Thanks very much. Yeah, like I said, I get comments every day saying, you need to cut your hair. I'm like, why? Why do I have, you know, if you don't like it, that's not my problem. What do you think of Squire Wide Range Humbuckers are amazing. Favorite samurai movie? Now you're asking. Can you say all of them? I do like 13 Warriors. I think it's called 13 Warriors. That's probably one of my favorite. I mean, there's loads. You know, the original Seven Samurai is amazing. It's hard to say. There's so many I like. How are you doing? Hope you're doing better. I'm not, but I'm putting on a brave face. Inside, I'm screaming, but I'm trying. Okay, thank you very much. Any thoughts on John's live guitar sound these days? It's amazing. You need your hair because they don't like it. Exactly, yeah. 13 Warriors is Mega Man Samurai. Taxi Driver. No, Taxi Driver was one of those films I never really got into. Oh, these went really fast. I'm going to have to get off in a sec because my phone's going to die. When soloing, do you follow the chords or stay in the pentatonic? I kind of just I stay in one key as the chord progression changes. I don't change with it. I stay in one key. No, there's no future. No, that's very true. Dave the Samurai. I wish I was that cool. I listen to Tommy Bolin. Not really a great deal. No. Do you still have Mr. White's Telecaster brother? Sadly, not. I had to sell him, and I hate that. And I try not to think about it. I had to sell at a point. I had to sell quite a few guitars, and I didn't really want to, but it was one of those things I had to do. So that guitar went, and it haunts me every day. It haunts me every day. And I wish I could have it back, but such is life. Hope you're going to tour in Germany. Me too. I would love to come to Germany and play in Germany. I would absolutely love it. Have you heard? Do you reckon Red Hot Chili Peppers will be touring for much longer? Not really, but you never know. Have you heard of the Cavern venue down south Exeter? No, I haven't heard of it actually. What was Frusciante's approach to music theory? You have to ask him. He's got quite a mad thing on theory. He knows a lot of theory. The past is a story now. That's a great line. You should put that in a song. Or a book or something. Did you have trouble learning vibrato No, I mean, vibrato wasn't something I really focused on. It just happened. You know, I don't know. I don't really know how that happened. It just did. You know, don't change for anything or anyone. Don't worry, that's not going to happen. Which countries have I visited? A few, not not many, but did I miss something? I did, didn't I? I always miss something. It zooms. It goes really quick, and I lose loads of stuff. Which other genre apart from rock and blues do I like? Oh, loads. Reggae, all sorts. Do I have guitar lessons? No. Three favorite Strat colors: white, Fiesta Red, and Sunburst. Although I do like Daphne Blue, but only on a 50s Strat. Anyway, do you agree with Johnny Marr's theory that every guitar has a song in it? Yes. I don't think that's a theory. I think that's a fact. I think there's music in these things that comes to us, and occasionally you won't bring it out of your own instrument. If you give it to somebody else, they might come up with something. Again, Noel Gallagher with Slide Away. Johnny Marr's guitar, but as soon as Noel got it, he wrote Slide Away on it. So yeah, I totally agree with that one. Every guitar is unique. I agree. Some guitars have a lot of songs. They do. It's a lot of guitar. Yeah, a lot of guitars have like albums and albums in it. Jack White's album No Name. No, I haven't heard it actually. Is Karina 100% out of the band? I don't know. We're not in contact. I think that's a fair thing to say at this point in time. Is we don't know. We just don't know. I think that's the only way we can really say it. I think that's the only way to be fair about it. We can't say she's gone forever. We can't say she's coming back. We know she won't be coming back this year because, like I say, we haven't heard anything. Much to my inner problems. But she won't be back for the next load of gigs. Definitely not. We've got a lot coming up. And my brother's doing something with us in the end of October. We have that Kira playing bass with us for all the other gigs we've got. And as far as Karina goes, we don't know her plans. All we can do at this point in time is just try and keep it going as best we can. It's been a major reset. For John Joe and me, and it's been a bit of a double whammy for me. So we're just trying to do the best we can. Your go-to mod on a Strat? I have none. Well, actually, my go-to mod on a Strat would be to change the volume in 2 tones to 1 volume, 1 tone, and have it done. Yamaha Samurai to complement the katana at some point. Yeah, I know. It'd be good, wouldn't it? Which katana would you recommend? Any of them. Any of them. You cannot go wrong. Any tips for Danny California Crazy Wild Thing? I have a video coming about that soon. Thoughts on 7 versus 9.5? I don't mind. I don't really have a problem with it. Great single. Thank you. Hope the situation will get better. Me too as well. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. How would you describe music scene in Laos? Dead. If you can imagine a dinosaur and how it is now, the dinosaur is more alive than the music scene in this town. How did your brother manage... What's that, sorry? How did your brother manage to step up and play so well? It's because he's amazing. Oh, I'm going to have to get off in a sec. My battery's going to die. My brother is just like one of those... My brother in his prime on bass was unbeatable. He was an absolute monster. He still is a monster on bass. But he's just one of those naturally gifted people that can just play like a demon. So when I said to him, "Could you come in and stand in on this gig for us? We're in trouble. We've got a gig. We don't have a bass player. Can you help us?" He was like, "Yeah, I can do that." Done. Is there a big difference between Yamaha katana and I have no idea. Same here. Yeah, it's same everywhere, I think. Can't wait for your next single of Monsters. Thank you very much. A next single won't be as heavy as Monsters. Next single's a little bit more subdued, but still quite rocky, but it's not as heavy as Monsters. But it's a song that means a lot, means everything to me. And you'll hear it soon. You'll hear it in about a month's time. Tried the new affordable PRS guitars. Yep, still not warm into PRS. I've tried them, but I can't warm to them. What bass does he use? He uses a 1960s reissue jazz bass made in Japan. It's literally one of the best basses ever made. It's just insane. Sorry, I'm missing some of these. Oh, see you later. Take care. See you later. Yeah, see you later. Since you're like sounds. No, I haven't tried that Nick Johnson signature though. No. Right. Who's your brother's favorite band artist? He's got tons. My brother's music thing is massive. What's the inspiration behind the band name? I've spoke about it earlier on, just in short before I go. It came about, we were looking for a band name that would bring us under a collective name, not just my name. So we wanted to get away from the whole Dave Simpson Trio thing and have it as a collective name. And then I was driving around one day and I was listening to Alice in Chains' album Rainier Fog, and their third song on that album is called Red Giant, and I was like, ooh. So I went to Karina, she liked it. I went to John Joe, he liked it. And that was that. As they say, that is history. Anyway, thank you very much indeed. I'm going to have to get off because my phone's going to die and I don't want it to die midstream or anything like that. So thank you very much indeed. Thanks very much for the super chats as well. I really appreciate it. It really helps. So thank you very much indeed. I'll see you again very soon, actually. I'll see you tomorrow, actually, for a video on a very, very cool guitar. But I hope well, there's no point for me to sell this guitar because it's too cheap. But tomorrow's video should be quite cool. I'm not in a good mood in it, so bear with me on that one. But the guitar's cool. Now, it didn't arrive cool, but I'll talk about it tomorrow. Anyway, see you later. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, wait, and please, if you can, please go on go to the Red Giant YouTube channel and subscribe. We need your support. Like, you've no idea how much we need your support. So if you can, if you haven't already, please go and subscribe to the Red Giant YouTube channel. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much indeed. Goodbye now. Thank you.